You're listening to today's inspirational message on the Proverbs with Kurt Bjorklund.
As we work our way through Proverbs 18, we see another false security. And I'm just going to say that this is giving ourselves credit for or hope in our alliances and in our wealth. Our alliances really comes from a familiar theme in Proverbs, where Proverbs continues to talk about our mouth. Verse 4, the words of a man's mouth are a deep waters, and the fountain of wisdom a babbling brook. So waters that are deep means what comes out of our mouth reveals something that's deep inside of us. And then it's not good, verse 5, to be partial to the wicked or to deprive the righteous of justice. And this is again, helping us to understand that when we try to use our words to gain favor, that it's not good. Verse 6, a fool's lips walk into a fight, and his mouth invites a beating. A fool's mouth is his ruin, and his lips are a snare to his soul. The words of a whisperer are like delicious morsels. They go down into the inner parts of the body. And these words are pointing to things like gossip when it talks about the words of a whisperer. Bruce Waltke says this, since gossip is so highly contagious because the human heart has no resistance to it, the wise quarantine it by not repeating it. He cites Proverbs 16:28, 17:9, 26:20, and by avoiding the company of talebearers. Derek Kidner says, a fool talks himself into trouble. And so what is happening for security's sake here when we talk about this is that some people will think if I just align myself with people, then I will have security. And we often do it by being a talebearer, speaking against people, thinking we've made little alliances. But it's as if the writer of Proverbs is saying, when you do that, you're actually bringing things back on yourself. And the repeated idea in Proverbs is to say, don't say more than you need to say. Don't say things that aren't true. Don't say things that aren't helpful or kind to others, because words have a force of coming back around like a boomerang. And then verse 11, 9 and 11, whoever slackens his work is a brother to him who destroys. Verse 11, a rich man's wealth is a strong city and like a high wall in his imagination. And so this is saying that some of us won't count on our alliances as much as we'll count on our wealth to be our security. And one of the things that the Bible just repeatedly points to for us is that we do not gain security by having more money or resources. We don't gain security from people, but our security only comes from the Lord. Again, this verse, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous man runs into it and is safe. And this idea of a strong tower is something that's above the fray, that whatever trouble you run into, if you know the Lord, He is your security. But when you trust other things, they will ultimately leave you in the moment of your deepest need. So what does it look like to not trust alliances or wealth? Certainly money is a positive thing. And in fact, Proverbs, I think, makes that case very clearly. So where's the line between being prudent and wise and having resource and trusting it? Where's the line between relying on people, reaching out to people, and really trusting that those people will be a security for you? You know, I don't know that I have a great answer for that other than this simple statement, and that is that the degree to which you think that anything short of God and His strength is your security, or I think it's my security, we're putting trust in that thing. And I realize that's hard not to do because people and money are a lot more tangible than it seems like God is. But what we want to do is say those things are good things, but God is the one who's in control ultimately of these things. So my confidence can't be in those things. It has to be in something that's much greater than those things. And so today, my hope is that I'll be able to say, the name of the Lord is my strong tower, and I'll run to that, not to people, not to resources as my source of hope and strength.
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.